You've got family. Hello, I'm Eddie Lawrence, and here's today's devotional thought. In Mark chapter 3, verses 31 through 35, there's a fascinating little section of scripture that's really got a lot of rabbit trails that we could go down today. And it's fascinating because we're told that Jesus apparently is in a house because he's surrounded by a multitude of people, and his brothers and his mother show up outside. They send word to them. They're warning him. And so somebody comes in and tells him, hey, your brothers and your mother are out there asking for you. And it says, Jesus looked at the circle of people around him and said, these are my brothers and my mother. Whoever does the will of the Father, they are my brother, my sister, and my mother. And that's got a lot in it, because this reminds us that our relationship with Jesus brings us into the family of God, and we have brothers and sisters beyond our physical, biological family. And some people want to pit one against the other in this passage. We're not told that Jesus did not allow them to come in, or that he didn't eventually go out and talk to them. I would say, yeah, he probably did. He'd want to see his brothers and his mothers. But he took the moment to let everyone in the room know, hey, there is a relationship that we have by doing God's will that brings us together. You're my brother, you're my sister, you're my mother. And the last part of that's really fascinating to me, because it said your brothers and your mothers out there. In the first part he says, you are my brothers and my mother. But then at the end he says, if you do the will of God, you are my brother, my sister, and my mother. In other words, he didn't skip over you women. He acknowledged that a man and a woman, a father, a mother, that in God's family we're all connected. No one's left out. So he's not devaluing our human family. He's just shining the spotlight of truth on our spiritual relationships in God's family. So believer, regardless of what might be going on in your biological family, and I hope everything's going great, and I hope you have great relationships, but as a believer, you also have brothers and sisters. I've traveled to many nations around the world, and I was sharing this in a Bible study yesterday. I think it was last night, a Zoom meeting I do. But I was telling them, I go to different nations, and the Spirit in you just registers with other believers you meet, and it's like you've never met them before, but you realize, hey, we're family, we're brothers, we're sisters. You've got family, and if you're a believer, you're my brother and you're my sister. And it's our relationship with Jesus that connects us to the Father. And in this beautiful picture, Jesus is surrounded. There's people that circled around Jesus, and he says, you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my mother. And that's the picture of us. We're brought together because Christ is in the center. He's the center of our life. And I love that. We can pray for each other. We can encourage for each other. And we have a relationship that will transcend the grave. We're going to get to spend eternity together. So, you've got family. I got to stop, but study that passage. It's got some cool stuff in there. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and thank you for sharing this with other people. It helps.